Yes, one ma. So respirations are two types: aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration occur with the oxygen. So it is called aerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration occur without oxygen. So that kind of respiration is called anaerobic respiration. So aerobic respiration, so we are observing the eukaryotes. Aerobic respiration we observe in the eukaryotes. So in aerobic respiration, energy is produced in cytoplasm and mitochondria. So in aerobic respiration, aerobic respiration takes place in the cytoplasm and mitochondria in eukaryotes. Anaerobic respiration done in the prokaryotes. Anaerobic respiration we observe in only in the prokaryotes. It is done in the cytoplasm only. So when you are getting clarity about these 2 points, then you can understand clearly about the cellular respiration. So again I will repeat cellular respiration. Cellular respiration term came. Cellular respiration word came because of the glucose breakdown into simple in the cell for production of the energy. That's why the cellular respiration word is came. So cellular respiration, in cellular respiration, why you are called as cellular respiration? Because the energy is produced in the process of respiration in the cell. That's why it is called as a cellular respiration. Okay, so in cellular respiration, observe in the prokaryotes and eukaryotes. In prokaryotes, cellular respiration done in the cytoplasm only. In eukaryotes, cellular respiration is respiration process done in the cytoplasm and mitochondria. So in the cell, respiration done in the cytoplasm and mitochondria in eukaryotes. So respirations, when you come to the respiration, are two types: aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration observed in the prokaryotes. What's the name? In eukaryotes, we observe the aerobic respiration, Nana. Anaerobic respiration, we observe in the prokaryotes. So tell me examples of the anaerobic respiration. If they are asking about the examples of the anaerobic respiration, we are writing about the prokaryotes example. Okay, if they ask examples of the aerobic respiration, we are ready to writing about the eukaryotes example. Eukaryotes example: plants and animals and humans, etc. And prokaryotes examples of bacteria, yeast, etc. These are the examples of the prokaryotes. So bacteria, yeast are showing anaerobic respiration, and humans and plants and animals are showing aerobic respiration. So in aerobic respiration we observe in the eukaryotes. So in eukaryotes, aerobic respiration done in the two stages. First stage is in the cytoplasm. Second stage in the mitochondria. So respiration done in the cytoplasm and mitochondria. In eukaryotes, respiration done in the respiration occur in the cytoplasm and mitochondria. Okay, so aerobic respiration we observe in the eukaryotes. In eukaryotes, aerobic respiration we observe in the cytoplasm and mitochondria. Prokaryotes, anaerobic respiration occur only in the cytoplasm. Okay, so in anaerobic respiration have only one step, that is the glycolysis. In aerobic respiration have two steps. One is the glycolysis and Krebs cycle. Glycolysis and Krebs cycle. So third step also is there, that is the electron transport. In Krebs cycle only complete energy is produced. So in the cytoplasm, prokaryotes and eukaryotes. In the cytoplasm, prokaryotes and eukaryotes, glycolysis process is the glycolysis process is done in the cytoplasm. Glycolysis process done in the cytoplasm in prokaryotes and eukaryotes without oxygen. Without oxygen, without oxygen for completing glycolysis, no need oxygen. So without oxygen, glycolysis process complete in the cytoplasm. Okay, so glycolysis process is same in prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Glycolysis process is same in the prokaryotes and eukaryotes. In prokaryotes and eukaryotes, glycolysis process is complete in the cytoplasm only. What is the glycolysis? Glycolysis means the breakdown of the glucose without oxygen and converted into 2 pyruvates or 2 pyruvic acids. So glycolysis is nothing but breakdown of the glucose. Glycolysis. Glyco means glucose. Lysis means breakdown. Lysis means breakdown. Gluco means glucose. Lysis means breakdown. So glucose is breakdown. Glucose is breakdown without oxygen. Without oxygen and converted into 2 pyruvates or 2 pyruvic acids. 2 pyruvic acids. Okay, glucose is breakdown into 2 pyruvic acids or 2 pyruvates. You know, glucose contains 6 carbons and each pyruvate contains 3 carbons. So 2 pyruvates contains total 6 carbons. Each pyruvate contains 3 carbons. 1 into 3 and 1 into 3. So total 6 carbons. So glucose is converted into pyruvic acid or pyruvate in the cytoplasm by glycolysis process. By glycolysis process in cytoplasm, glucose is converted into pyruvic acid. Glucose is breakdown and converted into pyruvic acid. So without oxygen, glucose is breakdown. So without oxygen, glucose breakdown incompletely. So less energy is produced in the glycolysis process. So in prokaryotes, less energy produced because only glycolysis process have in the cytoplasm. That's why glucose is breakdown incompletely without oxygen by the glycolysis process. So little energy is produced in the prokaryotes by the anaerobic respiration. Okay. Next, in eukaryotes, I told in eukaryotes we observe aerobic respiration. In eukaryotes, after completing glycolysis process in the cytoplasm, in glycolysis process, pyruvic acids are produced from the glucose. Then these pyruvic acids are enter into the mitochondria. These pyruvic acids are enter into the mitochondria. In mitochondria, further steps are completed. When pyruvic acids are entered in the mitochondria, further steps are continued in the matrix of the mitochondria. Finally, more energy is produced in the matrix of the mitochondria. So, in a Krebs cycle, the respiration, the process which is done in the matrix of mitochondria is called Krebs cycle. So, Krebs cycle is complete in matrix of the mitochondria, then more energy is produced. In a glycolysis process, little energy is produced with the presence of oxygen in the mitochondria. In the presence of oxygen in the mitochondria, pyruvic acids are divided into produce energy, carbon dioxide, water. So, matrix of mitochondria have several steps. After several steps, energy and carbon dioxide, water is produced in the matrix of mitochondria. So, in prokaryotes, little energy is produced by the anaerobic respiration by process is called glycolysis. So, in glycolysis process without oxygen, little energy is produced in the cytoplasm. When you come to the eukaryotes, in eukaryotes, energy is produced in the cytoplasm and mitochondria. In cytoplasm, glycolysis process occur. In glycolysis process, glucose breakdown and produce pyruvic acids. And pyruvic acids are enter into the mitochondria. In matrix of the mitochondria, for respiration. Okay, so next, after production of the energy in the matrix of the mitochondria or in the cytoplasm, in prokaryotes, in cytoplasm, energy, when energy is produced in the cytoplasm and mitochondria, this energy is formed as a ATP. So when energy is produced in the mitochondria and in prokaryote cytoplasm also produce the, in glycolysis process, energy also produced, but very little energy. 2 ATPs are formed. Only 2 ATPs are formed in the glycolysis process. In eukaryotes, in eukaryotes, in prokaryotes, in glycolysis process, in prokaryotes and eukaryotes, 2 ATPs are produced. When you come to the mitochondria, next step, Krebs cycle. Krebs cycle is complete in the mitochondria. Krebs cycle is complete in the mitochondria. When pyruvic acids are entered into the matrix of the mitochondria, then 36 ATPs are produced. 36 ATPs are produced. Total in cellular respiration is in aerobic respiration in eukaryotes. 38 ATPs are produced. Finally, 30 ATPs are produced in eukaryotes by the aerobic respiration with the oxygen. Without oxygen in glycolysis, without oxygen in glycolysis, 2 ATPs are produced. With oxygen in Krebs cycle, 36 ATPs are produced. So totally 38 ATPs are produced in eukaryotes by aerobic respiration. Okay, after production of the energy, it is formed as a, after production of the energy, it is formed as ATP. ATP means adenosine triphosphate. This ATP is called energy currency of the cell. ATP is called energy currency of the cell. Energy currency of the cell. ATP is called energy currency of the cell because in the cell energy is produced and it is formed as a ATP, adenosine triphosphate. So when body cells are need energy, they are getting energy from the ATPs. So ATP is called energy currency of the cell. So energy is produced in the mitochondria. That's why mitochondria is called as a what you call Nana? Mitochondria is called as a energy is produced in the matrix of the mitochondria. So it is called as a powerhouse of the cell. So mitochondria is called as a powerhouse of the cell because energy is produced in the matrix of the mitochondria. So it is called as a powerhouse of the cell. Okay, ATP is called energy currency of the cell because energy is formed as a ATP. Okay, so this is about the cellular respiration. I will show aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration in flowchart, Nana. See, glucose is produced into pyruvate. Glucose is produced to pyruvate in glycolysis process. In glycolysis process, we observe prokaryotes and eukaryotes. In the prokaryotes, without oxygen, glucose glycolysis process is completed. So glucose is glucose is breakdown into two pyruvates. Glucose is breakdown into two pyruvates by glycolysis process without oxygen. energy. More energy is produced. More carbon dioxide, water, more energy is produced. Example, plants and animals and humans, etc. Humans, etc. This is the cellular respiration. Okay, Nana? So today enough. So if you have any doubts, note down. Next class, ask without time waste now. Okay, can I close the session? Only one or two members are asking doubts, Nana. What about remaining members? Only 9 members are left. They are left.